a topic that women, it doesn't matter where we are. The moment we start talking about giving birth, if those of us who have given birth, those of us who help others give birth every single day, it's like a freaking showstopper.
Nature, you've heard me say this before, right? Nature has a life cycle and a death cycle. Nobody's walked through the door and say, hey, I'm okay with like nature's full cycle of whatever nature wants to do, right? Nobody wants that to happen. Everybody wants to make sure that babies come out healthy. So I like to say vaginal unmedicated births or a vaginal medicated births. We've got so many great choices for women these days. Like the competition and the shaming, that just all needs to stop. Like a mama's intuition, she knows what she needs to take care of her body and her baby. We need to start supporting each other and lifting up each other with those choices. And
that doctor or your team of people that you're surrounding yourself, like your village, I call it the village, like they should be there for you. They should understand and have all this empathy, knowing that what you're going through is absolutely life-changing. And at any moment, God forbid anything were to go wrong, you may lose your life in seconds.
Women think that by choice that they make, they have to stick to that, and they have to do whatever their friends are doing or they read in the newspaper. And then when they come and it's not happening by their birthing plan, they get very disappointed. They forget that they just gave a life to another human being, and their heart moved into that little person because they're so worried about not fulfilling what they had in their mind.
One issue that I have personally is, because I had a natural and C-section.
A vaginal.
But yeah, vaginal and, you're right, vaginal and C-section. But back then, I wish, now is different times, the times are changing. Like back then, I would have loved somebody to tell me, like, you can actually have your daughter at home. You're not high risk. It wasn't even an option, like in the sense, for instance, after I had my daughter is when, my husband's from England and we traveled to England and things like that. It's just that the midwives, doulas, and everybody's a team because they work for the family in the sense, like emotional support in a way, I'd say. And then they give you choices, because at the end of the day, I will never question a doctor. Like if I need emergency help, which will happen with my second one, and you guys have to do what you have to do it.
So many women who are coming in with the distrust that when the doctor says it's an emergency, they're questioning it when they shouldn't be questioning it.
I absolutely agree, and what people have to remember that nobody is up at 4 a.m. leaving their children at home, their husbands, their mothers, for any other reason than to help another human being get better. So whether you're in birthing center or in the hospital, people are up there all night because they want you to take this baby home, or they want you to take that family member home.
Yes.
People forget that so often, and they think you're there for whatever reason, up running around and telling them you need to start antibiotics or you need to have C-section. But, whole reason is because they had hundreds and thousands of patients like that, and they know what is better for you because they can be more objective than you are.
And I'm just gonna speak from my personal experience, is I trust science. I do believe in evolution. I believe that once you have your choices, you can make the best decision that's right for you and your family. My husband and I were with a neonatologist working with a different doctor, and we just felt like idiots. We felt embarrassed to ask very simple questions, but because we're not professionals at having babies or getting pregnant or starting a family, we didn't want anybody to subject us to that environment. We wanted it to be super special, and we didn't want anybody to rain on our parade. So once we found our right doctor and we found the right hospital and the right team of people, then it became a super exciting and new experience for us. where there wasn't any such thing as a stupid question, and that was when I became super engaged and kind of like hopeful of like, let's do this, it's gonna be great.
You know, I had this whole idea of what my birth was gonna be like. I was gonna be in my living room in a pool and have a shaman and some incense and all this other crap. But then I found out that I was having mono twins, and that entire experience.
What are mono twins?
So
Explain that.
mono is one sac, one placenta, and so they're identical and sharing the sac the entire time.
So mono means monochorionic, monoamniotic.
Yes.
That means that there is no separation between these two individuals or more that are sharing this space for 40 weeks, hopefully, inside your body.
Right. A lot of times less.
Usually less.
Usually less. And the day that we found out was one of the most gut-wrenching days for me, because I wasn't only mourning the loss of this birth that I had planned for myself that was going to be perfect, but I was also mourning the loss of the fact that my children may not make it because of there's a 50-50 chance that they may not make it. So it was like the universe just like punching me in the vagina saying, hey, you're not in control this time.
Yes.
And I feel like it was the first time that I was like, well, in retrospect, because I didn't know the shit then, but in retrospect, this is what a mother has to prepare for. You are not in control. You are the vessel for these beings coming. Oh God, I'm gonna cry.
It's like we're in it. We're like 20. My boys are 20 months. Your girls are 21 months. And still to this day, we have moments in which like we look at them and we kind of go, holy shit, we were so close to everything changing. And it's life changing. First of all, it's a miracle to have like multiples growing inside your body. Like I would find myself driving to the Chick-fil-A, waiting for them to open the drive-thru, sitting alone in my car thinking, there's 3 people in here right now. And they all want Chick-fil-A. And they all want Chick-fil-A. And I just kept thinking, this is so crazy. And there was a moment where we thought they were mono twins. And I remember one thing my sister said, because I'm like, Mariel, they told me some shit that they might, because I'm so ignorant sometimes. Thank God our sister's a nurse. And I'm like, they told me some shit, some mono shit. I'm like, what is this, like some herpes related situation?
It's always
and Mariel's like, no, child, quiet, listen. Mono means they're monochorionic, monoamniotic. That means that there's nothing dividing them. You're at a very high risk. But the beautiful thing is, when they're born, they're usually holding hands. And I remember Marco and I were like,
That's okay. So we're all telling these birthing stories, and I know that you do not have children at this moment. Right. And is this something that is freaking you out, or are you like, oh, maybe, or are you like, I don't think children are for me?
No, it's fucking freaking me out. I am a hot mess. My partner and I, we have several accounts. One is if we go through with it, what that looks like for us. So there's a night nurse account, there is a nanny account, and then there's a body lift account. It's a true story. I love how everybody like cracks, but it's actually true. The whole natural, the whole delivery, whether, your choice, God's choice, the baby's choice, medical choice, emergency, it all really freaks me out. I could see a vaginal birth. I'm done for a day. I see a C-section, I'm done for 2 days. Like, I just can't figure it out.
This is the thing, though. She's lived through 3 pregnancies by her 2 sisters, because she's the youngest one.
Yeah.
So she witnessed Mariel having 2 kids, and me going through the whole experience of the twins. And she was the one, that was there in the hospital every day. Wiping butts, cleaning babies, changing diapers. And it's that thing you kind of go, oh my God, we can't, like Mariel and I have these endless conversations, like we can't wait till she has babies, but we want to make sure that when she does have them, that she ends up being like the nicest pregnant woman, and we kind of have a feeling that she's
I don't
probably,
think so.
she's probably gonna be the worst out of all.
I don't think so.
I find that a lot of women define being a woman by having a child.
When a man spends his whole life doing whatever he pleases and doesn't have children, it's to be respected. When a woman does it, it's like, oh, poor woman. She has nobody to look after. Nobody can look after her. And it's like, you know what? To become a parent is a choice. For a woman, the fact that we forget that women are entitled to their own choices is an abomination.
And it's my body. I get to choose.
What happens with my uterus is none of your business.
But thank you, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Salud. This was
Salud.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
I'm glad.
You could totally
Now that we are getting